Welcome to Mentor Financial. My name is Ali Taufik. You must have heard that salary is what you're given to keep you poor. Really? But today, what if we think differently? I like us to think in this direction. What if it is your money attitude that have kept you poor? Have you ever thought about it in that direction? What if it's your attitude towards your salary, what you earn, that has kept you poor all these years? Let's look at Parkinson's principle. It says that expenses will always rise to meet income. That is to say that no matter how much you earn, you will always have an expenses that is equivalent to what comes in. So the bigger our income gets, the more our expenses become, because of course as the things we like, even toys become, changes, and then we start to look at getting something that's worth the level of our income as a person. Now, if you like to get more insight into this, follow me patiently, and as usual, get yourself a cup of coffee, and if you don't have that, a cup of water will do. Let's ride into this. Follow me. Let's even know who a salary earner is. A salary earner is someone who earns a fixed amount of money at the end of the month. It means that regardless of how many hours this person works, don't get me wrong, if this person is meant to work 8, 7, 10 hours every day, it means that if there are days he or she did not meet expectation or fall short of this 10 hours, or there are no job to do, he or she will still be paid for that day. At least he's going to be there for those times. So regardless of how many hours he works, if he will still be paid, that is, even when he or she work fewer hours than they are supposed to work. Now, what does this say? It means that he or she has a fixed salary, a salary that he or she can bank on. Come rain, come shine, the salary will always come at the end of the month. So, logically speaking, he can plan his month knowing that there is a fixed amount of money that comes to him at the end of the month. Being a salary earner, if you look at it logically, it seems better than jumping into a business or entrepreneurship, because as an entrepreneur, you don't have a fixed salary. In fact, the financial insecurity is higher as an entrepreneur. Your money could disappear in a matter of 1 minute or 2 seconds, and you do not even have a fixed amount of money that comes in at the end of the month. And for every penny that comes to you, you have to work for it until you get to a level where you platoon and everything seems easy. But as a startup or a business who is still struggling, for every penny that comes to you, you must work for it. Now, you see now how a salary earner, it appears to be better than someone who does business and entrepreneurship. But then, let's look at the society where we live. We are raised in this as society on the idea that we must go to school, read very well, get good grades, graduate top of our class or at least with something very good, and then once we are able to do that, we get a good job, a high paying job, and after that, you start to climb up the corporate ladder. Isn't that the idea many of us hold on to? And then we struggled very hard while in school to ensure that you get the best of grades so that when we get out there, it won't be difficult to get a job. At least you get a good company. If the government won't hire you, you get a good company to hire you, and that's where you can climb up the corporate ladder easily. That is why some people, even after their first degree, will go ahead to earn their masters, as the master, according to them, gives them higher opportunity in the marketplace. But I am going to ask you a serious question at the end of this, or better still, I ask you now. Do you know of someone who has a master already who is still looking for a job? So it seems that there's now something wrong about that idea. You should be thinking about it seriously. What exactly is wrong with it? Is it in the process or the knowledge itself or the person who acquires the knowledge? I leave you with that question. At least I leave the answer to your discretion. We are not done yet. Now, as a civil servant or a salary earner, with every pay rise, we want to also get something that we have always desired. So once we have a pay rise, we start to think of what new thing that we have not always had or always desired that we can buy now. Then we spend that extra pay or extra money on those things that we have always desired, and we start to live at the new level that our income now places us. Now, what does that say about you? You try to level up your salary again. That's where you have indirectly, increase your expense to match up with your income. Remember, I spoke about the Parkinson's principle. You see how it works. Now, that is how it is, but many of us, may not realize it, or we may not even know when we do these things, and we still complain. Let us think about this. If climbing the corporate ladder, if going to school and getting good grades as the way to being financially successful, then why are all the wealthy people, the billionaires and millionaires we know around us, yes, the ones you and I know, or the ones that live close to where you are, think about it. Why is it that they are not all salary earners? How many of them do you know that are not either into one business or the other, or at least they may have inherited something and then continue with it? So you want to count, you want to take a minute to think, look around you. How many of these people are really salary earners? Many of them, you want to agree with me, at least 90 to 95% of them are either entrepreneurs or businessmen and women, or may have inherited some sort of wealth and then start building from there. Apart from what we do personally, there are other issues that may rubbish your income. Now, there may be other issues that are beyond our power, and these are things that must necessarily happen as long as we live. For example, as a salary earner, if you're not married, you hope to get married someday and then have kids. Now, as this thing starts to happen, responsibility increase, and the more responsibility you have, the more money you're likely to spend. Now, it is possible that responsibility may increase and surpass your earning. So these two may make it difficult for anyone who is a salary earner to actually save money or build wealth, as everything you earn is constantly spent on maintaining your responsibility, or at least to cater for your family, your wife, your kids, and also depending on the number of kids you have. The bigger the family, of course, the bigger the responsibility will be. And inflation can also happen. Inflation can come and rubbish everything you have always earned. So it also means that if your salary, your income is not increasing, since if it's fixed, then it means that you cannot do anything about inflation. So if inflation is 5% and your salary is not even increasing by any percentage at all, it means that you are down, your salary is down by 5%, and you start to suffer. So as it increases, it starts to rubbish the buying power of your fixed earning. Then we can talk about recession. Recession happens, it affects everyone, but those who are most heated are the people who earn fixed salary, whose salary does not change, who do not have the power to change their earning. These people are those who are majorly heated, and it could be a life-threatening event. If not directly to the person, it could be any of the person's family or extended family that requires spending a huge amount of money or constantly spending. These two can affect someone who has a fixed amount of salary that they earn every month. And to even cap it all, the company could decide to ask everybody to go home and rest because they're closing down. Either they have been bankrupt, or they can no longer do business and they want everybody to go home, or the company just downsize and decide to let some people go or keep everybody but cut their salary. So when there's a salary cut, there's little or nothing you can do about it as a salary earner. So what then can you do if you're a salary earner and you hope now to build wealth, or at least change that cliche that salary is what you're given to keep you down? I have tried to analyze this, not to justify the fact that salary keeps you down, but just to make us see reasons why people think that salary keep you down. But really, it's not salary, it is our money attitude. We will see that in a jiffy. Be patient with me while we do the next phase of this. Yes, live on less than you earn. Live on less than you earn. You don't have to spend it all. You don't have to show or prove to anybody that you have arrived or you earn much. Live a comfortable life that is less than what you earn, so that what is left can be invested in some. Yes, you may not be able to, your kind of job may not allow you to start a business of your own, but you can always invest in businesses. Look for what is working that you understand and invest in it. At least if you don't understand anything, you can invest somewhere in the hood and farming. It's simple. It won't take you a lot of time to learn and then invest in it, or give it to someone you can trust, who you know, whose business you understand and you're sure about, and invest in what is left in it. So while you still make what you make, that one grows on the side and it becomes a side hustle for you. And because you are still on your salary, that's your side hustle. That little money you keep aside can grow. You can allow it to grow. It's called compounding. So whatever that is due to you, or a return on your investment, add it to what you had previously and reinvest. Keep doing that for several years, for as long as you have your job. And if you have more from spending less of your salary, you can add to it and keep growing it. The growth might be slow, very, very slow, but sure, if you keep it consistent, if you're committed to it, you will get there. And you find out that even as a salary earner, you start to see things in a new light, that it's very possible to build wealth and become wealthy even though you're a salary earner. Now, I repeat again, I want to remind you that it's not your salary that has kept you poor, but the mindset, the attitude towards money. That's what keeps people down. If people don't have good attitude towards money, give them several billions of naira and tomorrow they will come begging again. What then can you do? First, become an outlier. How do you do this? It's simple. Become different. Take a different path. Take a different path. I repeat again, take a different path. That's how to become an outlier. Forget what everyone must have told you about getting a job or going to school, getting good grades, getting a good job and rising, the corporate ladder, and that's how to make money. Forget all of that. Take a different path. Now, what's this path? Yes, it's good. Get a good job. Start, work very hard at your job and earn your pay, but do not live according to what the society has designed for someone at your level. No, live according to what is financially sensible for you. Yes, what is financially sensible according to your income. How do you live a financially sensible life? One, you don't have to live a life that consumes everything. Let me give us an example. If there are two people who work at the same job and earn the same amount of salary, one person, if the salary is good enough, people expect them to be controlling certain level of wealth according to them because the salary is big. So they expect them to ride certain kind of car. They expect them to wear or be dressed in certain way. They expect them to live in certain kind of house. For example, if you're a director, people expect you to get some kind of car, and you see another director who earn almost the same amount of money, who decide to go for something less, may just obtain something like Toyota Corolla and then manage, while the other person may get something very big, a Mercedes or of the latest version, or even a car bigger than that, or a Jeep or something. Now the other one that got a Jeep spends his money maintaining that. The person that got a Toyota Corolla spend less to maintain it and still have some money left. He probably live in a smaller house, maybe a 2-bedroom, depending on his family size. And then what is left can now be invested on a side hustle and then build that on the side. Now the society ridicule this person. Oh, he makes a lot of money. He's paid so and so, and look at him. He cannot even spend to build a fine house or get a good car. Look at his counterparts and so and so. They're riding big cars. They're building houses. We don't know what he does with his money. Look, it's your life. Let them say. Do what you have to do. The truth and your result will speak for itself. You got it. So do what you have to do so that your future will be thankful to you. The future you will be happy, and the future you will be thankful to the you that lives today, that you took the right decision. Thank you for watching till the end. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by clicking the like button and sharing this video. Don't forget to comment. Let us connect from there. And you know I value you a lot, and I really want us to grow together as a community. And always your success is an utmost priority to me. See you in my next video, and I say to you, thumbs up, go out there and be successful.